right. And yes, this is an actual stream. I wanted to say thanks to all the haters out there. I do. It's been a while since I specifically said it, but thank you to the haters. I thank y'all. I really do. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for saying something that was fairly benign, and I would think was fairly obvious that, wow, the Proud Boys still exist, and they're cringe. And Antifa is cringe as well. They both are. That's the funny thing to me. They're both cringe. They are both groups made up of losers for different reasons. They are both losers. I mean, this is the whole thing. I mean, I didn't think that was going to be a hot take, but apparently so. And thinking that, I mean, there are people that unironically believe that Gavin McInnes was based. I was like, really? No, he's not. Gavin McInnes is cringe. Gavin McInnes, of course, pulled down his pants on his show and stuck a butt plug in his butt. Like I said, how is that based, bro? Is that like, haha, you're owning the homosexuals by doing this? Haha, kissing Milo on the lips is, trad, bro. Haha. Is that really trad? Is that really trad? Was that going to save the West? Like, say what you will about PPP and all that nonsense, but it's like, come on, man. You cannot say in any realistic way that he also made Milo, he also made out with Milo to own the Muslims. That's true. That is true. I don't get it, to be honest with you. I really don't get I don't get all the hate, to be honest with you. Wait, you're saying I shouldn't do that? Yeah. Oh, damn. Do what you want, I guess. Oh, my goodness. I find it hilarious, to be honest. I find it absolutely hilarious. Yeah, I know you're just kidding. It's okay. Oh, man. But I just wanted to do this because this is going to be, it's going to be a while before I put something out. I don't know what Express Employment has for me tomorrow, but, Gavin and, Tariq, Reed's mixing nationalists. Exactly. But, so I'll see what Express Employment has, but I do have to make some money, because cash rules everything around me. As the meme goes, right? It's true. It is true. But yeah, I think that it's just hilarious, to be honest with you, when you see all this sort of stuff that people are like, oh, Gavin was, let me read this comment. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be that petty, but it's like, you have no idea who Gavin is, and you sit here with 500 subscribers. He was canceled. He's a very funny comedian that a bunch of morons took seriously. Try not to talk down to someone you only know through propaganda. What has he done, though? What has he done? Like I say, he goes up and he does like the same thing that Lauren Southern did before, where it's like, I'm going to interview. It's like, I'm going to talk to Jared Holt. I'm going to go ahead and talk to all these folks and say, you look like milk, this and that. It's like, how is that funny? He went in the ring with somebody, like a boxing match, back in the day and got his ass whooped. It's just like, how could you take Gavin McInnes seriously? How could you it's like, no, man, you can't. You cannot take that dude seriously. Yeah. Race mixing and being a white nationalist go together like PB and J. Yeah, that is true. That is true, though, Temujin. You got a point. Like I say, I'm going to go ahead and read this, though. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and share the screen. Why not? I'll go ahead and take off the Duolingo here. I was doing a Wo ist das Salz? Where is the salt? Even I know that. Very simple German stuff. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'll just do that later. There we go. And we'll take off that, and we'll do that. Okay, here we go. So let's go ahead and share the old screeny-oly. Oi! What's up? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I wonder if Gavin could taste Milo's black. Oh, boy. Yeah, very. Yeah. Not much, Jake English. Not much. Let's go ahead and share the old screeny-oly, though. Screenerino. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. So I'll go ahead and share the screen. Let's go ahead and look through this right quick here. So Rolling Stone, of course, once again, take all with a grain of salt. But just the Fed posting of it all. I don't care about the specifics, but yeah. But more than 1,500 pages of Telegram chats. Oh, my goodness. See, my base Telegram, right? My base Telegram, 1,500 pages of Telegram chats. That's the most, like I say, and that's typical of the government, isn't it? That's typical, like the boomer sort of mindset. I'm going to print out 1,500 pages worth of Telegram chats recovered by the government to indicate otherwise. Oh, boy. With prosecutors alleging in court filings that Noureddin, in the absence of Terrio, who had been arrested 2 days prior for burning a Black Lives Matter banner at a Black DC church, led members with specific plans to split up into groups, attempt to break into the Capitol building from as many different points as possible, and prevent the joint session of Congress from certifying the Electoral College results. Like I say, oh boy. The thing is, that what did they do, though? They got into Congress and they just vibing. Like I say, and I know that's not specifically the Proud Boys, but that's all they did. They were just vibing in there, right? They were just vibing, taking pictures and shit. I mean, that's what we saw anyway, but yeah, let's go ahead and see what happened. So we're skipping down here. We're doing a completely different operation. January 4th, MOSD member to drag them out by their fucking hair. If congressional members attempted to steal the election, Proud Boys members eschewed their trademark yellow and black colors to go incognito. There were some folks who, yeah, a way to confuse Antifa counter-protesters, they said. Golly, I mean, this is just cult. Let's just be honest, like I say. But staying under the radar had never been the point. For the Proud Boys, the goal of January 6th had always been to make it clear that Trump's most rabid acolytes weren't going to stand by as their man gently went into that good night. Oh, boy. Give me a break with that attempt at poetic justice. Before 2020, what the Proud Boys were and what they represent varied depending on whom you asked. Like I said, I really don't get it. It's like I said in there that both the Proud Boys and Antifa suck. They do. Like I say, Antifa are LARPers who think that they are going to, take stuff down and they're going to, create some better world. No, they're not going to. Proud Boys equally are just cringe LARPers, some of whom are going to be in jail. Like I say, Gavin McInnes, of course, being the coward that he is, left the Proud Boys once he started to go into court. He dropped them. Like I say, I don't see how anybody could, Fed Boys, exactly, confuse Antifa. I'd rather smash Cutifa, yeah, exactly. Free Derek Chauvin. The buck stops here, He burned the Floyd flag, exactly. Oh, I did. You're right, I did. I was trying, like I said, I'll be honest with you, I was trying to find it through torrent, and I wasn't able to find it yet. So I'm going to give it a couple weeks, but I will try to find it, and I'll find the funniest clips. How about that? I'll make this promise to you. I'll find the funniest clips, and I will do my best to try to, make the title enticing without Tariq Nasheed noticing. Because I know, like I say, I know he copyrights shit like mad. He's got bloodhounds out there waiting for anybody that has actual clips of buck breaking. So... So I'm going to wait and see, but I will, like I say, once I can find it on torrent, because I'm not spending $30 on no damn DVD. I appreciate that. But that's what I'll try to do. So let's read through this bullshit here. I don't care about Rolling Stone. Proud Boys operating in full view merchandise, Etsy, blah, 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 blah. Tario, Afro-Cuban descent. Leadership role as evidence that it was not a white supremacist group. Yeah, I know. Misogynistic and Islamophobic rhetoric, and many of its members having neo-Nazi affiliations. All I have to do is say I'm not racist to gain credence as a mainstream group, says Jenkins. It's one of the biggest things in the conservative playbook. The thing is, though, Vice co-founder and cable news pundit, Like I say, Gavin McInnes, of course, has since dropped them because he didn't want to get sued, so he covered his own ass. But that's something people always forget about, that he left them and he, what is it? Drank a beer or put the beer over his head, whatever the fuck it was. Fucking idiot. Well, more to the point, fucking coward, to be frank. He's not an idiot. He's just, saving his own ass. For several years, the media has not taken the Proud Boys very seriously. I don't care about, oh, really? Oh, this is the new, okay, so Margaret Huang. Margaret Huang is the new president and CEO of the SPLC. Really? So Morris Dees, as we remember, Morris Dees has been kicked out. Morris Dees has been kicked out by for the fact that he, has just been a crap guy, basically, and, was pretty much just a salesman and everything else, and accused of, like, sexual harassment and shit. Oh, man. Ooh-wee, don't worry. You're not gonna, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh, look at that, locked and everything. Oh, wow. So that's what she looks like. Oh, wow. I wonder what she tweets about. I'm curious now. I'm curious as fuck. No. Some old bullshit, probably, but let's see. Oh, yeah. Yep. No, yeah. Please don't ever talk to an Asian woman this way. Yeah. Yeah, nobody talks to this person because nobody knows who she is. Okay. I found that interesting. Okay. I'm not surprised. Okay. Providing security at rallies for political figures like Matt Gaetz gave them a brush of legitimacy, casting them as protectors and enforcers rather than posing a threat of violence. Somehow managed to hold on to this air of legitimacy. Mainstream liberals looked at the warnings of the left and thought that we're ludicrous, that we are crazy. We were crazy. A longtime anti-fascist activist, and then it happened, and even now, I still don't think people understand the danger of right-wing groups present. The thing is, though, is the Proud Boys were feds. That's the whole thing. They had a federal informant at the front of it. So how could you be afraid of some right-wing group when you've got a Fed leading it? You think that they're not going to have some sort of control over this? Come on. Come on. Yeah, really? Cool. Yeah, exactly. He'll give you one. Let's see here. Yeah, we can give him a wrench. Why not? Let me go ahead and do that right quick, Yoli there. Let me, for the people rally. Oh, boy, Beto O'Rourke. Okay. I'm not going to worry about that. Let's go ahead and go to the old channel here. And we can do that. Well, I'm done with this video. Okay. Let me do that. So sorry for the double audio here, but I can go ahead and give my man a wrench. And we can do that. Well, I'm done with that. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and give him a wrench. There you go. Add moderator. Boom. Wrench gang. Wrench, wrench, wrench. Wrench for everybody. You gotta be able to have the tools to handle things. Yep. Beto doesn't even know who his people are. He really doesn't know. He really has no idea. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. If the dub is better than the original, it's not anime. Would even make some right wing because they are low tax for Israel. Exactly. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. In theory, the undercurrent of rage among the far right. Yeah. There's Enrique Tarrio himself. And look at this guy. Oh man, look at this dude. This dude looks gaunt. What the? There are so many jokes I could make, but I just don't feel like it. I'll just stick with the meth joke, and that is a problem, but still, oh my goodness, what is with this dude? Okay, to an extent it did. Telegram channels associated with the Proud Boys saw a massive influx of new users in the weeks following the insurrection, but just as the Proud Boys seemed poised to take over the far-right ecosystem, the group take over the far-right ecosystem? What are you talking about? Far-right ecosystem. Oh, boy. They're just... Far-right ecosystem in your minds. The ones that you think are the actual ones. They weren't... There's nobody there for office and whatnot. They're just tools. That's all they are. You said yourself that they were, that they were providing security for Matt Gaetz. They're no different from the Hells Angels giving security at Altamont, for the Rolling Stones, ironically. But, they're goons. That's all they are. They're goons. They're not going to do anything. I'll put it this way. They're goons that follow orders. That's what it is. That's all they are. They're just goons. They're no different than, like, enforcers in the mob, right? White Claw. Oh, boy. The White Claw meme. Oh, man. That was a meme that got used up so quick, didn't it? The White Claw meme. Oh, boy. We reject and disavow the proven federal informant, Enrique Tarrio, any and all chapters that may associate with him. Okay. All right. In the light of fracturing the organization, some of the group's more openly white supremacist members... Huh? Oh, okay. This was the group that came. Okay. January 6th, super energized. Alexander Reed Ross, far right extremism researcher against the fascist creep. Oh boy. Told me in February. But with ensuing stories of conspiracy charges and federal informants, you start to see the group deteriorating, one of the chapters splitting off into what's likely going to be a more extreme version. Like I said, this doesn't surprise anybody. Oh, wow. You mean groups break up because there are some leaders who are considered pussy? Oh, wow. That's such a surprise. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's actually happened to every group. Wow. Political group, you know? And just, it's like if you have two motherfuckers in a room, they're going to be like, no, I'm staying over here. You stay over there. Like I said, that's normal. Mythology Proud Boys, Gavin McInnes didn't want to start a far-right insurrectionist group. He wanted to start a drinking club. For 2 decades, McInnes had carved out a brand as a loudmouth hipster media... hipster. Keyword there. Media mogul, openly and earnestly spouting anti-immigrant, misogynistic... Okay. We seem really racist and homophobic because we hang around with fags and N-words so much. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, boy. Pat Buchanan's The Death of the West. You should, like I say, you should have read Decline of the West instead of Death of the West, probably. The already blurry line between McInnes as a troll and McInnes as a blatant white nationalist became even more ambiguous. Yeah. McInnes would later cite Buchanan's book as well as Jim Goad. Yeah, Jim Goad. Let's see here. Once again, Jim Goad. Immediately, this is one of the few good things that you can say about the Weekly Sweat. One of the few good things that Beards and Beardley did was expose Jim Goad, like I say, for saying that, for Jim Goad admitting that he got fellatio from a black kid. This is true. Jim Goad got fellatio. Look up that word, F-E-L-A-T-I-O. I'm not going to say it out loud. Fellatio from a black kid. So no. Yeah. And discredited race theorist Charles Murray's coming apart. Oh, boy. See, once again, it's funny, of course, that he cites Buchanan's book, but then discredited Charles Murray. So it goes to show that he has a line. They're telling us right here that he has a line that he's not willing to cross. Vice officially parted ways with McInnes, citing creative differences. Vice unequivocally condemns white supremacy, blah, 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 blah. Dante Nero was a frequent guest. Yeah, the reality of McInnes was spewing this stuff the whole time. The thing is, who cares? Yeah. McInnes, like I said, he's a coward. And he has lost so much credibility. Why would anyone be willing to think that he was some legit guy? No, he's not. Let's see here. McInnes carved out a role for himself, commentator, right-wing cable TV. Got kicked off most of those, yeah. His brand was using really transgressive humor to attempt to create plausible deniability about what in reality were bigoted beliefs. Antagonistic streak helped him build a large, young male, extremely online audience. He was a funny dude. Let me see here. Initially viewed him as a likable contrarian. He's a funny dude. He says, referring to McInnes as an anarchist, I say blue, he says red type of guy. He really liked when you went against the grain. Whatever. Okay. So yeah, the seeds of the Proud Boys seem to have grown from the podcast when McInnes first used the term while griping about a little Puerto Rican kid singing Proud of Your Boy. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Proud of Your Boy, a hit from the Broadway adaptation of Aladdin, while attending his child's recital. McInnes mocked the child and his musical selection, calling it the gayest fucking song. It probably was, but okay. All right. Let's see here. The far right leanings of the group, blah 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 blah. We're cutting to the good stuff here. Polo shirts designed by the late British designer Fred Perry. Like I say, this is something that people always say. The far right destroys a lot of images. We can't be pagan because they ruined it. We can't have these nice shirts by British designer Fred Perry because Proud Boys ruined it. Meh. Copers. Anywho. It harkens back to Reagan. Okay. Woo. Okay, hold on. Combining tattoos and beards with the clean lines of khakis and Fred Perry's, the Proud Boys blended aspects of skinhead and punk style. Like I said, now allegedly, let's bring it back here, is that Gavin McInnes used to fight skinheads. That's the whole thing. He was like, I'm against fascists and Nazis, right? He talked about beating them up in the 1980s, right? He talked about beating them up. And like I said, this tells you everything right here. It harkens back to Reaganism and unhinged capitalism pretty broadly. They play a lot with time in their aesthetics. Okay. Yeah. Yep. They're trying to protect the past into the present or future. Ugh, boy. Here we go. Let's see here. Tommy's Tavern, somewhat notorious dive bar, Greenpoint, Brooklyn, although members would later dispute its penchant for both violence and racism. Bedford Bowery, which McInnes boasts. Like I said, once again, though, Brooklyn, of course, hipster central. Once again, though. Just look at this. I mean, what sort of gay-ass shirt is that on? Talking about wearing gay shit. The fuck is this, man? You trying to look like a preacher or something? Referred to openly as a gang. Let's see here. I'm a Western chauvinist. I refuse to apologize for creating the modern world. Second was to withstand a beating while yelling out the names of 5 breakfast. Yeah, this is the gayest shit ever. When they talk about 5 breakfast cereals, ostensibly to demonstrate sufficient adrenaline control. The third was to get a Proud Boys tattoo, and the fourth achieved by getting a violent altercation for the cause. Bonus points if you got arrested. Oh, wow. Yeah, like I say, man. Here we go. Despite the seemingly explicit promotion of violence as part of the Proud Boys ethos, the right that got the most media attention was the group's No Masturbation Pledge. In itself, a far-right group advocating for abstinence for self-pleasure is nothing new. Like I said, masturbation and the Jewish-owned porn industry. The thing is, okay, I'm not even going to touch this with a 10-foot pole. But the thing is, though, is that he likes Israel. That's the whole thing. Gavin McInnes likes Israel. He said, I don't understand why Israel is like this. And then, of course, he immediately deleted that video and said, yeah, actually, I like Israel. So, yeah, okay. 2015, 2016, Pope with the Proud Boys. Nero frequently appeared on McInnes' podcast. Romantic and life advice, positioning himself as a relationship guru of sorts. Nero insists that the organization was not meant to be taken seriously. Yeah. Guys drinking and hanging out, bro. Milo Yiannopoulos. Fred Perry. So I immediately thought that they were going to try to be like what they considered skinheads to be, blah, 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 blah. Just ridiculous bullshit. Okay. It's okay to be white. Yeah. Such an old meme that, yeah. Oh, boy. Okay. Yiannopoulos, Stone, and Coulter. McInnes issued a statement on Proud Boys' website disavowing the rally and discouraging members from attending. I get that it's about free speech and we want everyone, even white nationalists, to have the right. But I think it's coming at a time when we need to distance ourselves from them. Some members of the Proud Boys were present at the rally. Future chairman, yeah. Chario, yeah. Charlottesville McInnes. It wasn't something of a bind. No one wanted to take ownership of it. 2 days after Unite the Right, McInnes brought Kessler on his show to accuse him of using the Proud Boys as a front for recruiting for the alt-right. And like I say, once again, screw Kessler. Like I say, I want to make sure here. Most of these folks are LARPers who only care about themselves. I want to make sure of that. They all care about themselves. Yeah, YT is still fun. Just so many people have been yeeted off the site. Yeah, that's true. My man left out Frosted Mini Wheats. Yeah, exactly. 2015, how I don't miss you, exactly, yeah. The alt-right has never existed, yeah. Kessler was on InfoWars, yeah, exactly. Like I say, so much shit. Fraternal Order of the Alt Knights, oh boy, here we go. Another cringe guy we have to bring it back to, but the group had already attracted members with white nationalist bona fides. Brian James, former member of the neo-Nazi group Outlaw Hammerskins. Augustus Sol Invictus. Whoa. So Augustus, wait a minute. He was part of, so he was with the Proud Boys for a brief time? Yeah. Fraternal Order, yeah. Which slaughtered a goat and drank its blood as part of a pagan sacrifice. Yeah. Augustus Sol Invictus. Such a huge LARPer as well. He's gone dark in a lot of ways. I think that he still has, he may have gotten his YouTube channel yeeted. I think he got yeeted off YouTube, probably so. But let's see here. Yeah, Proud Boys had also established a presence in PNW, Patriot Prayer. A lot of switching and intermingling between the two groups back and forth. Flashpoint. I almost said Flashpoint. For simmering tensions between left-wing activists, far-right protesters, and police. Proud Boys quickly learned to use footage of these violent skirmishes as a recruiting tool by uploading on YouTube. Bass Stick Man. Oh, boy. Yeah. I remember Bass Stick Man. Oh, man. They mentioned him so many times. Yeah. So dubbed for hitting an anti-fascist protester with a stick. Yeah. I vaguely remember that. I don't know. Crazy stuff. Guest appearances on Rogan's podcast. Instrumental. Proud Boys vocally promoted themselves as violent actors. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Using violence. Public recruitment tactic. Oh, man. There's a lot of bullshit here. Portland would regularly usher Proud Boys in and out of the areas where rallies took place to the degree that it turned the heads of left-wing activists. Marquez said that one time, after he was arrested at a protest, he saw a police officer ask one of the Proud Boys for a selfie. Yeah, we know. If anyone wishes to make a complaint, there is an independent body that does that. Okay. Law enforcement treated violent far-right militant groups at public protests differently than it treated non-violent anti-racism protesters. Let's take it easy. They both suck. Let's make sure of that, like I say, when you see, especially, how crazy it got later on in Portland, come on. The Proud Boys fit in that milieu. They would commit violence with law enforcement standing by, and in many cases, police appeared. Yeah, this is cope. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of, like I say, I want to make sure here, I'm not praising this article. It's still bullshit, to be honest with you, but I'm pointing out how cringe they are and just how LARPy they are. After joining the Proud Boys Facebook page, Nero said that it was inundated with racist memes and language, including the Edward. He also claims he had no knowledge of any member's racist leanings. Of course, he was distancing himself. Duh. He said that's not what we're about, and blah, blah, blah. Nero said McInnes posted a letter on Facebook discouraging Proud Boys from using such language. Nero says that after doing a deep dive into McInnes' previous podcast episodes, the reality is he was spewing this stuff the whole time. Oh, wow. You're a moron, buddy. You're an idiot. Nero says he has not spoken to McInnes or any other Proud Boys members for years. Latter's participation. Oh, yeah. He was the one who stopped calling Nero. Oh, boy. This is some little kid shit. McInnes says he was the one who stopped calling Nero after Latter's participation in This American Life. That's an NPR show. I'm just going to tell you right now. It's NPR. It's who cares? Nero is insistent in his belief that Proud Boys did not start out as an inherently hateful group. Yeah, like I said, this is the same type of thing where it's like, oh, man, the Crips and the Bloods were never evil, this and that, This is, okay, so this is the infamous, I can already tell you now, because I know enough about the history of this, because most of us do, if we're any sort of internet spurgs. This is the, Metropolitan. This is the one where the two Proud Boys were arrested because they found information on New York City Antifa's Facebook page. They found information on that through that, and that's how they were convicted, through information that was posted on the Antifa's webpage, even though they talk about, or they're on their Facebook page. Yep. True to form, McInnes took controversy surrounding the event as an opportunity to troll, blah, 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 blah. Socialist Party. It's the same type of thing. The thing is, though, became prized overnight thanks in large part to footage of the altercation going viral. They weren't attacked. It wasn't self-defense. It was hard to say, oh, they're really a mean group, a men's group. They're not really racist. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. In that video, McInnes' position, The incident left many members scurrying for legal cover, most notably McInnes, who publicly resigned from the group via YouTube a month later. Yeah, we saw it where he said Mechaleka High or whatever bullshit. Yeah, we know. Fucking coward. McInnes positioned his departure as an act of self-sacrifice. I'm told by my legal team and law enforcement that this gesture could help alleviate their sentencing. No, it's to save his own ass. At the very least, this will show jurors they are not dealing with a gang and there is no head of operations. Yeah, until Enrique Tarrio took over. Yeah, okay. I talked to them. I love them. I still consider them the greatest fraternal organization in the world. Give me a fucking break. Tarrio, who is of Cuban descent, who grew up with family members who attributed their conservatism to living under Castro. Yeah, another one of those types. Yeah. But there may have been more important reason why he was installed. Provided he's covered from charges of racism. Yeah, those charges of bigotry. Yeah, I'm pretty brown. I'm Cuban. There's nothing white supremacist about me. Yeah. Whereas the Michigan group is increasingly looking like a militia. They're showing up with long rifles. Such fragmentation had the effect of making them seem disorganized and less likely to draw a crowd. What we've seen is a decline in the numbers they've been able to draw out. Effie Baum. I know. Read between the lines, kids. Following Trump's loss, ramping their rhetoric, after attending Stop the Steal rallies, Tarrio began encouraging followers on Parler to attend January 6th rally. Please, yeah. No, if you are encouraged by your leader to go to a rally, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't end up in jail because you wanted to have a couple hours of fun. Don't do it. Yeah. Lords of War. Arrest on January 4th, BLM. Yeah, he pleaded not guilty despite Tarrio's protestations. The same affidavit. Nordian, like I said, okay. Democracy is dead, he later asked. Well, then no peace for you, no democracy, no peace. Yeah. Bring back the original spirit of 1776. Yeah, thank you, Alex Jones. We know. More than a dozen Proud Boy members associated for their alleged roles in the insurrection. FBI investigation that most impacted on the group, such as the revelation Tarrio had served as an FBI informant following his 2013 arrest. Tarrio attempted to spin his involvement with the FBI, claiming he named someone involved in a smuggling ring to save family members from jail time. But within the group's ranks, the efforts to dissociate from Tarrio and by extension the former Proud Boys organization were swift. We don't recognize the assumed authority of any national Proud Boy leadership, including the chairman, the elders, give me a break, or any subsequent governing body that is formed to replace them until such a time we may choose to consent. A lawyer wrote this. Okay. Joe Biggs' lawyer wrote in a court filing that Biggs himself, known as the flashy enforcer of the group, had contact with the FBI in 2019. Oh, the Fed gang. Oh, man. The Fed boys. Work with the FBI had confirmed anti-extremism experts that law enforcement had largely ignored the Proud Boys' activities or even implicitly supported them. Oh, the GOP. Like I say, they all suck. Who cares? The FBI and Justice Department prosecutors seem to be trying to present the January 6th attack as spontaneous and original, rather than recognizing it was a culmination of many factors, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry, I'm almost done. Former neo-Nazi who is currently head of the Proud Boys Indiana chapter appears to be angling for some form of leadership in position within the organization. We all have this speculation Brian James is simply trying to take over. It may not be under the Proud Boys banner, but he's definitely going to make use of the momentum of the Proud Boys had. Telegram. Oh, wow. Let's see here. Get the fuck away from these people. Don't communicate with them. Run for the fucking hills. Oh, boy. What did their leader do when he got himself in trouble a few years ago? He added, apparently, referring to McGinnis' resignation. Exactly, yeah. Get the fuck away from these people. Exactly. Please, and I will reiterate this point. Get the fuck away from these people. Do not communicate with them. Run for the fucking hills. Exactly. Don't align with people that are so LARPy that you have to find out that they're feds. It's just, like I said, this is basic stuff. But even though experts say the federal charges may result in many members of the group turning on each other, those who have watched the havoc that the Proud Boys have wrought over the years, we have to recognize it for what it is. If we do not, we're here again. Oh, boy. This is effectively the Proud Boys' plan for the future, as Tario openly admits to Rolling Stone. Okay, so yeah, basically are still openly rallying. April 8th, Fresno, California. Police officer was ousted from the force after he spotted at a protest with Proud Boys. Proud Boys and other Trump supporters were reportedly involved in a skirmish with anti-fascist counter-protesters outside the Oregon State Capitol. Clark County GOP canceled a meeting following the leader's concerns about a potential right-wing insurgency. Yeah, basically, right-wing extremism is still a threat to this country. We have to recognize it for what it is. If we do not, we're here again. This is effectively the Proud Boys' plan for the future. Rather than retreating from the public eye in the light of the organization's legal issues and reputation for violence, he plans to steer it more towards mainstream politics by running members, including possibly himself, for local office. That's going to work out great. That's going to work out great, isn't it? It's like it's bad enough to try to get a regular job, but no, let's run for office so that everybody can smear you. These people don't have a brain amongst them, do they? They have no brain. Yeah. Life lessons for all of it. It really is, yeah. Sodom, text nationalism, yeah. Didn't McGinnis take a dude's package only? Yeah. Ski mask with the skull stitched to its ultimate larp. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it used to be lighthearted, yeah. Yeah, life lessons for all of it. It really is. Describing the people from the Proud Boys side that attacked you goes to show how butthurt they get. Exactly, yeah. It is hilarious though that those folks were so mad at me about, oh yeah, Gavin McInnes is actually a funny guy and stuff like that. It's like, bruh, come on. And it's like, I love when I see commies mad. I'm like, really? I said they both suck. And because they do. Like I say, it's a difficult political environment, but it's like, it goes to show, don't join any specific group. Do not put your effort behind any group right now because they're all cringe. It's like, chances are someone's a Fed. And there are probably multiple Feds who are informing. So every time they have a meeting, they're texting saying, yeah, we're doing this right now, and everything else, right? This is effectively the Proud Boy. Oh, sorry, I said that. Marquez said that weeks prior to the attempted insurrection, he had watched on Telegram as the Proud Boys had hyped up one another, saying they were going to show up in D.C. and defend the president and overturn the vote. It's amazing to me that people would think that they were lying. Throughout their history, the Proud Boys have done everything that they said they were going to do. They had shown up for weeks prior to January 6th, having open brawls in the street. The intent was clear. So why would you disbelieve them? The thing is, though, that there are folks who said, oh, yeah, there was that boomer, right, who was like, maybe we should be more peaceful and stuff like that. And they were saying, Fed. Gavin busted his own cheeks, yeah, to own the gummies. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, that other Proud Boy was suspected Fed. Yeah, Johnny Benitez, I think, yeah. Groups are all infested with glows. They really are, like I say. This is why I have advocated for a while. Do not get involved with any groups. Do not do it. Like I say, I mean, think about it this way. You think about Sean from, the Weekly Sweat with Beards and Beardly. He's distanced himself. I don't see this dude anymore. Because once again, I think that Sean, he said that he's went to the feds. So, like I say, he's probably finally woken up and said, yeah, America first is cringe, this and that. He probably finally woke up and said, yeah, this is bad. Yeah. Are you putting a green light on me? That base fed man, exactly. Yeah. No wonder the 3%ers collapsed. Yeah, screw the 3%. I only rock with 5%. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 5% nation. Exactly. 5%ers, nation of gods and earths. But see, man, this is where we are, though. This is a perfect example of where we are. The Proud Boys are gonna. They don't have a Enrique Tarrio. That's hilarious, isn't it? Enrique Tarrio trying to run for office. No, That's just not going to happen. I think what's going to happen is that people are just going to forget. There's going to be a campaign of like wiping massive amounts of videos and massive amounts of articles and like Discord and all this other shit. There's going to be massive amounts of that to like scrub the internet so that people can, still get elected and stuff, and to keep the system going. But yeah, that's where we are. I hate to keep repeating it, but yeah. Christian nationalism. All right, let's take a look. Oh, how the frig did I do that? Sorry. Oh, okay. Oh. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Why do I have this? Hold on. Did I have this in my private? Hold on. What the hell? Private video. Okay, delete that then. So I had this on here? Holy shit. I don't remember this being on here. Huh. Oh, well. Oh, wait a minute. Take that off. Sorry. Take that off, too. Okay. Sorry about that. How the fuck did that get put? Okay. Well, anywho. Let's go ahead and listen to this.
General MacArthur personifies traditional Americanism in its clash with treason, atheistic politics, communism, and the wide variety of anti-Christ manipulations which now prevail. General MacArthur's removal from his Far Eastern Command came shortly after he had urged the White House executives to investigate treason in the nation's capital. The very fact that America's greatest soldier-statesman could be removed while traitors and spies were sheltered should be enough to challenge every intelligent citizen. Enemies of America's independence have succeeded in preoccupying millions of our citizens with the tempting and seductive opportunities of finance and amusement.
Yeah.
The result has been so hypnotic and deadening that only a small percentage of us have paused to take a second look at what has really been taking place. When General MacArthur returned, after having been removed from his command, he was greeted and cheered by more human beings than any personality in human history. Leaders of the Christian nationalist movement have dedicated themselves to the mobilization of the very people who cheered MacArthur.
Yeah, that's true.
America could be saved from its potential and present dangers if the citizens who took MacArthur's side could be mobilized into an active, uncompromising political force. The great soldier-statesman gave inspiration to our cause when, shortly after his return, he said, "The two greatest symbols in this civilization are the cross and the flag."
Sorry.
This statement overwhelmed me. It inspired me, especially in view of the fact that the official organ of the Christian Nationalist Crusade is the magazine, the cross, and the flag. The motive behind the term Christian nationalist is easy to define and simple to interpret. We believe that the destiny of America in relationship to its governing authority must be kept in the hands of our own people. We must never be governed by aliens. We must keep control of our own money and our own blood. In other words, we must remain true to the Declaration of Independence. That is nationalism. Like General MacArthur, we believe that the spiritual symbol of our statesmanship is the cross, which indeed is the symbol of Christianity.
Yep.
We believe that the inspiring dynamic out of which America grew is Christianity. We believe that there would be no real America such as we love and for which we're willing to die if there had been no Christianity. Thus, when a Christian is a nationalist, he becomes necessarily a Christian nationalist. This movement, which now reaches into every state and community in the nation, launched its campaign years ago in relationship to 10 high principles to which we have committed ourselves. The first principle is preserve America as a Christian nation. being conscious of the fact that there is a highly organized campaign to substitute Jewish tradition for Christian tradition. The most powerful Jewish organization in America is the Anti-Defamation League, which has launched a campaign to remove from all public schools any songbook which contains a Christmas carol or any other hymn which mentions the name of Jesus. On March 30, 1956, Rabbi Nodell, one of the prominent rabbis of the nation who heads the leading synagogue of Oregon in Portland, revealed without veneer or even a sugarcoat the basic attitude of organized Jewry toward our Christian traditions. The Portland Oregonian, the state's leading newspaper, carried a report on Rabbi Nodell's address.
Oh, boy.
The article appeared in the Sunday paper, April 1st, 1956. The first paragraph of the article reads as follows, I quote, Rabbi Julius J. Nodell, in the role of defense attorney for the Jews of the world, Friday night, branded the New Testament a work of malicious libel, and the story of events leading to Jesus Christ's trial and crucifixion, a dragon seed from which has come misery, bloodshed, and suspicion.
Oh, boy.
End quotation. There is no hate in my heart, but I would be less than a lover of Christ if I did not resist all attempts now being made to destroy our Christian tradition. The second principle for which we stand reads as follows. Expose, fight, and outlaw communism. We have been the most consistent enemies of communism.
About all this, yeah. Dragon seed, exactly, yeah.
Anyway. When Stalin was alive, the news agency Pravda of Moscow published the names in the spring of 1945 of the Kremlin's 5 most effective enemies in America. My name was on that list.
William Z. Foster.
When W.Z. Foster, head of the American Communist Party, testified before the Un-American Activities Committee, he confessed that the 2 chief projects at that particular time consisted first in putting an end to the work of the Un-American Activities Committee of Congress, and second, in combating the influence of Gerald L.K. Smith and the movement he leads. The third principle on which Christian nationalism has built its nationwide movement, safeguard American liberty against the menace of
bureaucratic fascism. Oh, boy.
Bureaucratic fascism.
I love there's so many prefixes, aren't there? There's Islamofascism, Christian fascism, bureaucratic fascism. Why not just call it fascism? I don't.
Bureaucratic fascism has appeared
an apple pie,
in
yeah.
an American form. It is a cross between Kremlin communism, English-German socialism, Italian fascism, and New Dealism. American fascism, as we now have it, is confiscating independent wealth by way of the income tax and destroying the liberty of the states by way of the Supreme Court. At this very moment, we face the risk of a 9-man fascist dictatorship posing as the Supreme Court of the United States, completely contrary to constitutional tradition.
All right.
The fourth principle, maintain a government set up by the majority which abuses no minority and is abused by no minority. Fight mongrelization and all attempts being made to force the intermixture of the black and white races. True enough, the Constitution guarantees that every citizen shall enjoy the privileges defined therein. No segment of our society must be denied these privileges by force or even majority rule. But
you whippersnappers playing
we
video
have
games,
a situation in America today
Islamo
which splits the majority and
exactly,
transfers to the Supreme Court, a tyranny which has been created by the manipulation of minorities.
Clear-sighted analysis. No, he's not wearing glasses. He's correct. Well,
sentimental nitwits
redacted
are reading into the Constitution a code of conduct which threatens to mongrelize our race, destroy our racial self-respect, and enslave the white man. The fifth principle, protect and earmark national resources for our own citizens first. America has given away her reserves. We have bankrupted our economy, our national debt, our state and local government debts, plus our personal debts. far exceed the assessed valuation of every visible piece of property in the United States.
Yeah.
This epidemic of economic bloodletting began at a time when Jew internationalists in control of propaganda almost convinced the majority of our people that it was subversive to use the term America First.
Oh boy. So this is okay. So this is after the 1940s version of America First, and this is before, and before Nick Fuentes started to take up America First. Okay. So this is in between. Yeah.
In fact, during and immediately following World War II, some people who had taken an aggressive stand in defense of America First.
Yeah. Warned you guys about shooting the sheep. Yeah, he did.
Indicted, held up to ridicule, which produced character assassination. Our sixth principle, maintain the George Washington foreign policy of friendship with all nations, trade with all nations, entangling alliances with none. Our failure to follow the George Washington policy has yielded the fruit of chaos, which our foreign policy now portrays. 7. Oppose a world government and a superstate. The Christian Nationalist Crusade directs an auxiliary committee known as the Citizens Congressional Committee to abolish the United Nations. We believe that the whole UN project is a subversive conspiracy to destroy our independence. Alger Hiss, the #1 exposed traitor, was the executive secretary of the committee which prepared the original charter at Dumbarton Oaks in Washington, D.C., and later brought about the adoption of the charter at San Francisco. The original designer of this subversive charter fought to give us a complete world government in which America would be only a voting state. Thanks to the Christian Nationalist Crusade and those associated with us organically or sympathetically, certain extreme measures were stricken from the original charter. But those who are vigorously determined to destroy our independence and subordinate our beautiful nation to the voting power of 1 billion aliens, these treasonable manipulators have...
See, that number 1 billion comes up a lot, right? We talked, of course, about... There were people talking a few months ago, I mean, even last year in 2020, about Matthew Iglesias' book, 1 Billion Americans, by 2100, I believe, to fight China, right? We need to fight China by having 1 billion people in this country. And it's just like, oh, boy. But, yeah.
Never given up in their campaign to subdue us and enslave us by way of a world government and a superstate. The 8th principle for which we stand reads as follows. Prove that the worker, the farmer, the businessman, the veteran, the unemployed, the aged, and the infirm can enjoy more abundance under the true American system than any alien system. Subversives, superficial nitwits, mind-washed propagandists are always attacking the traditional American economic system of free enterprise. But strange enough, the nations which have embraced Marxist communism and socialism, all the way from Russia through Europe to England, never give up in their campaign to borrow and use and keep the capitalistic dollars which have been produced under our American system. Not since the creation of the red have human beings prospered and been blessed the way Americans were privileged to exist in the first 2 centuries of our independence. Anyone who seeks to destroy this economic tradition of abundance should be viewed as a dangerous enemy of America. It is miraculous to observe that this dynamic system of free enterprise has survived in spite of 20 years of socialistic sabotage. The 9th principle reads as follows. Safeguard America's tradition in relationship to immigration. The same conspirators who would destroy our nation and its independence by treason from within or by the establishment of a world government, these same forces are ready to let down the bars and admit the Asiatics, the Africans, and the European multitude. This campaign to destroy our immigration tradition is supported by every Jewish and communist organization in the world. They're ready to smear and assassinate the character of any state who stands in their way. Fortunately, we have been able to hold the line. But if the wall ever breaks, we will be invaded and destroyed without the firing of a shot, merely by the act of indiscriminate admission of aliens to our shores. The 10th principle: enforce the Constitution as it pertains to our monetary system. I claim to be no expert on the subject of monetary reform, but the Christian Nationalist Crusade takes its stand with those patriots who insist that we must free our nation from the manipulating chicanery of the money changer, and we must establish a monetary program in complete harmony with the constitutional provisions. On these 10 principles we take our stand, and I defy any cynic or any critic or any objective observer to deny that these 10 principles define traditional Americanism.
Oh, okay.
This is not a negative movement. We are not in the business of just being against something. It is our deep conviction that every crusade must commit itself to a great positive. And we must be for that positive even at the risk of life itself. The positive in this crusade is Christianity and the Constitution of the United States. Once we commit ourselves to this great spiritual, patriotic implication, we naturally must be known as fighting every symbol, every gesture that appears in opposition to our Christian constitutional tradition. These become our negatives. Negatives are valuable only when they appear in defense of a great positive. Men who are against things without being for.
That's a good question, actually. That's a good question. We're the Catholic or Protestant? It's a difficult choice, isn't it? Yeah, he probably is, yeah.
Great principles serve little constructive value in the affairs of this life. I realize fully that in this brief address there can be no complete thoroughness. What has been said has been so said that it might awaken the listener to a deeper concern and a sharper alert. May I remind you that what has been said here is in fulfillment of the challenge which General MacArthur has given us, as he says, listen not to those voices that are raised against our American tradition, be they from one political party or from the other, be they from the high and the mighty or the lowly and the forgotten. Heed them not. Visit upon them a righteous scorn born of the past sacrifices of your fighting sons and daughters. Repudiate them in the marketplace, on the platform, from the pulpit. Our friends will understand. Those who are not our friends we can pass by. Be proud to be called national if it means that you love your country above all else and will place your life, if need, at the service of our flag.
Yeah, Lutheran. Yeah, let me see.
There is an idea.
Sorry. Christian Nationalist Crusade. America First Party. Oh, okay, so he did. Okay, so he was part of the original America First Party. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Biblical studies. Let's see here. He got a degree in biblical studies. Let's see here. Disciples of Christ. Yep, Protestant. Yep, you're correct, everybody. You are correct. Protestant. He's part of the Prot gang. Yep. No problem. Yep. Defend the Christ in the marketplace. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, Disciples of Christ ministers, mainline Protestant Christian denomination. Yep, there you go. Smith followed his father into the ministry before becoming ordained in 1916. He first ministered in the Midwest, met with Huey P. Long and became his national organizer. Oh, wow. After Long was assassinated, Smith directed the society for a short time. He became ally of Francis Townsend. Oh, wow. Really? Charles Coughlin forming the Union Party. Wow. William Lemke. Member of the Republican Party. Okay. Smith joined the former short-term governor James A. Noone. Governor claimed was essential for the state's share of the new Social Security program. Noone charged that Leche sold out to Roosevelt to finance Social Security. Unlike Long, who had been relatively tolerant on racial issues, Smith took the Share Our Wealth movement in a different direction of white supremacy. America First Committee, America First Party, essentially appropriating the name, he became a member. Yeah, okay. He was with the Silver Shirts. Oh, really? Wow, he's with the Silver Shirt. Okay. Later convicted for the Espionage Act. Let's see here. ADL cited Smith's Christian Nationalist Crusade along with Merwin K. Hart's National Economic Council. Presidential bids, further politicking. Strong campaign against the Alaska Mental Health Enabling Act. He was among such opponents as who nicknamed it the Siberia Bill and denounced it as being part of a communist plot to hospitalize and brainwash Americans. Oh, wow. Okay. It was a bipartisan federal effort to improve mental health care for residents of Alaska, which was still a territory. Moved to York Springs, Arkansas. Brought and renovated. I'm getting sleepy, y'all. Don't worry, we're going to end this pretty soon. Smith's original plans were for a life-size recreation of ancient Jerusalem in the hills near Eureka Springs. No construction took place. He did initiate an annual outdoor passion play inspired by another passion play, which is performed every 10 years in the town of Oberrammergau, Germany. Amphitheater located near the statue. Died pneumonia. Baptist author Adrian Rogers. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay, so the international... Oh, boy. Published by Smith. Books by Smith, Matter of Life and Death. Handbook for Patriots dealing with the issue on which America will rise or fall. Oh, wow. Books edited by others. Oh, wow. And Zionism for the Life of... Oh, wow. Okay. Let me see what we got here. I want to look at this book right quick. Oh, wow. It's there. There it is. $23.99 or $19.99. Okay. Sorry. I'll put that on there. I may try to get it. Anywho, I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say. Yeah. And here's the cross and flag site that has some stuff on L.K. Smith. Everyone was interested. Oh, okay. Yeah. William Dudley Penn. Yeah. Fend the Christ in the marketplace. Yeah. Yeah, definitely so. Okay. Yeah, 5 stars. Exactly. Okay. I think we're going to go ahead and call it there. But I do, like I said, just in case there's anybody at the end here, thank you to all those folks who were coping, who were so upset about that video, where I used the Thomas the Tank Engine theme over it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and play that. Why not? I think I have it still on. I still have it somewhere. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't. So let me go ahead. But I'm going to go ahead and play that as the outro. Why not? Yeah, let me go ahead and skip to the end on this here.
Where did you go?
That's pretty neat.
Here? Of the German field kitchen in use.
That's pretty neat, though. Let me see here. So I'll go ahead and do this, and we'll go ahead and I'll play it out with that. Why not? And just see all the angry copers that were there that were so mad about it, even though I got this from somewhere else. It's funny to me. Yeah, okay. Just give me a moment. There we go. This is the one. And this will get copyright stricken, but that's okay. Oh, well. imagine going to the park that day. What is it? Click Clack Park or Clack-A-Mademy Park, whatever it's called, and going here and seeing this type of crap, huh? Having all this smoke and all these folks out there just play acting, just LARPing. Ugh. By the way, I got this video from Young Republicans of Oregon, so there you go. Just in case someone wants to say, "Oh, did you get this from Antifa?" The thing is, just in case somebody thinks that, you know, I'm not upset, I'm really not. But the thing is, though, is it's so fun to me that they wasted so much energy to type out these angry comments about it. You know, and of course, like I say, I know that they're not going to stick around, so it's all good. Apparently somebody got hurt. Look at this cowardice. But the cameraman's being smart and saying way back, very smart. I do the same thing. All right. So with that, I will say see you later and a good night.